The Prowler, directed by Joseph Zito, starring Vicky, Dawson, Christopher Goutman, and Farley, Granger. A crazed World War II veteran gets revenge on his ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend, then stalks teens 35 years later. I'm gonna start this review by saying that I absolutely love this film. I think The Prowler is one of the best slashers ever made, not only because of Joseph Zito's direction, but also the amazing practical effects by Tom Savini. This is probably Tom Savini's best work, and it has some of the most intense and graphic kills. The story is about a bunch of college kids getting ready for graduation. They haven't had a graduation dance in 35 years because of a murder of a young woman who sent a Dear John letter to her boyfriend while he was overseas fighting in World War II. And so this killer starts going around and taking everyone out one by one because the graduation dance is back on. And again, this is Tom Savini's best work. It's intense and gnarly and nasty. But that's the reason why I love it. What I also like about The Prowler is the way that it's shot. There are no false jump scares. Every scare is earned. But it definitely has this more classic feel to the direction. It kind of reminds me of My Bloody Valentine, which was released the same year as The Prowler. What I also like about this film is that it is a standalone movie. There's no forced sequel, and it's a one-and-done type of story. I tend to like slashers that are one-and-done type of movies. And this also has characters that are overall likable. There's no one in this film that feels overly annoying. It's paced really well. It has this whodunit aspect to it, and there are red herrings throughout the film. What I also like about The Prowler is the look of the killer himself. It's so simple, yet incredibly intimidating, and then he walks around with this massive pitchfork, and then he has this giant knife that he walks around with. And I also like our main protagonist. She's crafty and smart, and she just inserts herself wherever the deputy is going. She's like, no, I'm going with you. And again, wonderful practical effects by Tom Savini. This film is super simple, very straightforward type of slasher, but what sets it apart from other slashers is the style, the amazing kills and practical effects by Tom Savini, and the almost dreamlike quality that the film has. And it also has a killer that, from the beginning, I wasn't expecting this individual to be the killer. But that's what's fun about this movie, is the red herring whodunit type of aspect to the film. And again, it reminds me of My Bloody Valentine, which is also one of my favorite slashers of all time. It has a way of building suspense, and there's a lot of payoff to those suspenseful moments. I also really like the character of the deputy. He's likable, he's charming, he's kind of a ladies' man, but overall he's a good guy. And the setting is really great. It's supposed to be in Avalon, California, but they actually shot it in New Jersey because it had that kind of ghost town feel that Joseph Zito was looking for. Overall, The Prowler is a fantastic slasher and should absolutely be in your collection.